Just because you wouldn't say that it's the professional's fault doesn't mean that it's actually not the fucking professional's fault, because it is. As a professional dominatrix, you should be aware of each and every possible outcome of what you're doing. All risks must be taken into consideration. All risks must be let known to the client. Informed consent. Hello? And as the professional, if your client per se is of a certain age or has a certain health condition where they are prone to have a heart attack or to excite to the point of having cardiac arrest, you should also know that as well. Again, if you don't, that's the fault of the professional, because that means you have holes in your screening applications that need to be adjusted. That means you have holes in your fundamental development as a professional to know how to appropriately plan for a session, especially when you're doing heavy bondage. All of these things are things that can be learned. You don't leave things up to chance and coincidence and then just say, well, he wanted this, so no. That's how bitches get fucking sued. That's how some girl on OnlyFans came up on $11,000 and is now a fucking murderer and has at least $10,000, $11,000 to try to help herself not be a murderer anymore. And I promise you that's not going to help her. Maybe it'll get her a lawyer, but she eating that charge. Because again, as the professional, you should know better. As the professional, you should have made all your clients aware of the risks. As the professional, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, say no. Turn down the session. Or take the fucking money and invest in a session or some education so that you can get the experience and expertise that you claim to have. It is not that fucking difficult. And I hope that, even though this is a terrible example, but I hope that this terrible example shines a light on so many of you guys that see this shit on TikTok and think shit is shit, rainbows and fucking giggles all the time. People's lives are at fucking risk with the fuck you're doing. Okay, you have the ability to fuck people up for real and fuck yourself up for real. So I hope that this leads to us really taking the conversation that I've been trying to have with you guys seriously for the last, 8 years about regulating this fucking industry, about making sure that nobody can just come on the fucking internet or pop out at a party or whatever the fuck and say, hey, I'm a professional dominatrix without knowing what the fuck they're doing, without having credentials and without having credentials that are fucking checked and vetted by highly qualified and intelligent people in this community. We need it, and this is what happens when you don't have it.